Wait, pre-show or real show?
Let's do real show.
Okay.
Real show.
Ta-da! What up, people? This is the midweek. I almost forgot what show we're on. The Midweek Chat Attack. What is up, folks? Mr. Ganja Guru.
Hello.
Oh, and Allie's here again. What the?
Hello.
Man, perfect attendance for a week.
No.
I'm just fucking around.
She finally used her 2 weeks on all her 6 days, so she has to come back eventually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get used to it, people. Hallie's face will be gone. But the thing is, I will be here, and obviously everybody knows I'm the most pretty one out of all of us. Let's ignore that Ganja has the most gorgeous hair of the bunch. And actually, Alan is the actual woman. But aside from that...
God damn it, why did I agree with that shit? I thought you were going to give me a compliment.
But yeah, damn, that's a big-ass water bottle.
Yeah?
Hold it up really quick. I'm curious.
I'm Arab.
Yeah, let's do an advertisement. You're Arab. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
And that's a fat water bottle. I thought it was like a lot bigger, like longer.
See,
I don't know how this fucking works. Fuck this webcam.
See, people in the chat, that's that cheap water. See, if you buy that MCA
Cheap
brand
water?
Fiji water,
Ooh.
you can actually get
Fiji
this in the
sucks.
promo. Shut up,
Damn.
Oh, sorry.
Shut up, I'm trying to get
Cheap
some money.
water?
Compared to Fiji.
It's all water.
It's Fuji.
Nah, Fiji
It's
is
Fuji.
just filtered tap water. It's not.
No,
It's not
it's
even
not.
from Fiji. It's from like some
sorry.
freaking water place in Detroit. I looked it up.
No, but people say about Aquafina as well, but Aquafina tastes delicious. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is.
Smart water.
No,
You
see,
guys
that's
are
the thing.
paying
Smart
money
water is
for
stupid people.
brands.
It's probably not even
This is-
smart water. Oh, it has electrolytes. It's not even that great for you.
I don't know, Ali. Every time you tell us something new, like it always evolves around either it sucks, like the Google Fiber, or it's probably questionable made. Like that one shirt you got from Kanye. I'm not going to mention it, but like that's like I'm kind of terrified when you introduce new things to me, like smart water, because I feel like it's just fancy for the extra $1.
Yeah.
It just tastes better.
It does it. It's water.
Aside from that, I'm
You
gonna go
can
and give me
taste the
some.
difference.
I'm gonna give me
Not
something
by
to drink.
much.
So we
This
talking.
is fucking tap water I'm drinking. I
You
just got
live
the
in
bottle.
Canada. You have better water than we do here. in
Hey,
Canada.
Nick, just leave, Nick. They're about to stab each other.
All right, you guys take care of the chat. Bye bye.
Now let's put a brand on water and then hope people can taste the fucking difference.
You can.
No,
can.
you guys are fucking crazy.
I'll
really
make it. You can taste it. Like that's the one thing. Like I'm not getting on Alley for smart water because I don't know. They probably put calcium, fucking iron, and all kinds of great minerals and vitamin D for the kids. I don't know. But when it comes to like water, you could taste like I noticed the difference between like Fiji water, Aquafina, and all the different types.
A lot of that is the level of fluoride or iron that they keep in the fucking what they keep in the actual water there.
But you can't
That's
say it
all
doesn't
is.
have taste then.
I can say whatever the goddamn hell I want.
But you'll be incorrect then. But
That does never stop me.
the reason I was talking about Alex spending like money on weird shit. Apparently, you actually got yourself a pair of new Bose headphones that looks like fuck something from Spock of Star Trek.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So you guys, I work at Bose
Oh,
now.
she just got bougie on us. Oh my god.
You guys. Well, actually, I'll be quitting. Well, I already quit. I put in my 2 weeks. But no. But yes, I briefly worked at Bose, and so they have a very generous employee discount, and I just couldn't help myself. But it was actually really cool to work in there because they have this really cool headphone, and it's like almost like a hybrid between a speaker and a headphone, and you literally just wear it on your neck, and it projects the music out to you, but then people around you can't hear what you're listening to. It's like really freaking cool. It's like something out of the future. And I was just like, yeah, I got to get this before I leave.
So how many thousands of dollars did it cost?
Exactly.
It didn't cost $1,000 or anything like that. It was originally $300. I got it for $150.
It fell off a truck.
No.
And what, she paid $150 to the bus driver? Like, what's the
That-
fucking exchange rate there?
Alan, that's a sediment for stolen goods, man.
No, I know you motherfucker, but she also said she paid $150.
Yeah, that's about it. Standard rate for stolen items. I wouldn't know. I just been told.
Bullshit.
I just said I have a discount.
And also,
God-
it's usually a lot
damn,
less than that, man. You're getting ripped off if they're only giving you half off.
Damn, that is a real. No, hold on. From 300 to 150, that's a really good discount.
Yeah, gotcha. What's the discount rate?
I don't know. I'm not good at math.
Come on, man.
Dude.
He's the one to fuck with you.
Look, man, you tried the bong hits I took earlier. You're trying to ask me math questions, but whatever. Go ahead, Allie.
It's 50% off. Like, Christ. Alex just said it.
To you, Allie, and to you, Birdman. My so-called friends, I like to
Come
join
on,
on the
man,
bus
like,
live on air with my mathematician skills aren't good. I've admitted this.
I'm like a crocodile at the fucking foot of the water, and then the deer just came up to drink. It's like, man, I gotta take my chance. What am I gonna do? Let it go?
What do you? Because I'm gonna let the viewers know. We're planning 2 trips coming up this year. I can't promise what all the MCA crew is because I don't got the money to pay for everybody to come, and they got to get jobs and you got to get vacation time. So don't expect everyone to come to all these events. But me and Alan are planning to go to the cruise, and me and the MCA cruise have something special coming up. Just us to go venture around, explore, us make some memories, and probably bring some stories back to the show. And one of the things is I invited Alan to help me out because I am fucking horrible at math.
Yeah.
And one of the things Alan realizes, I'm not pretty good with dates either. I was booking a hotel just to get like a story out of where the position we were going to stay at and how much it would cost. I ended up putting us for an extra 3 days until Alan had to look at my screen. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
At one point he said it's
I'm so glad I came back during this fucking part. God damn it, Ganja.
Hey,
Well, at one point he said it's there for 3 months.
Dude, how do you make these mistakes? You travel a lot, motherfucker.
Really easily.
Real easily.
Oh, man. People.
But that's why I plan these things ahead and constantly check them before I book the tickets.
That's why he asked me twice, can you look at this shit? I was like, this doesn't seem that much of a big deal. It doesn't seem that hard. Oh, wow.
Alan, check my paper.
Hey, by the way, people, just to let you guys
sorry,
know, tonight we're doing community questions too. I see Eddie in the chat, and he asks us in the Amino if he can get on later on tonight. After the Terminator topic, we'll bring people on. If you guys even, you know what, dude, Ganja, are you ready for this big announcement? You know who I'm gonna bring up, right? Somebody that's in the chat right now.
Who?
Nope, he doesn't. I was wondering if you can read me that well. No, Mr. Madman Mars is in there. You know what? I'm willing to, for one night tonight, at the last talk with the show, community questions, come back.
No.
I'm out.
Tonight,
No.
I'm giving him one more chance. We will free Gary tonight. If Gary wants
Hell
to come
no.
on, message me on Facebook. I'll bring you on for the community questions. And then obviously, if you get crazy, I'll have to meet you. But,
So,
He's still
Al,
gonna yell at me for the Jason movies.
So Al, you putting your 2-week notice in now?
I'm putting in my 2-hour or 20-minute notice. I'm telling you this right now.
20 minutes.
Man, that's actually not as bad of a notice as when Anthony left us. Oh, anyways.
Oh Lord.
Oh, I love it.
Can't blame him. His
Big
internet
up-
power
really
went out for
big
like
up
3
old
days.
stuff.
You gave him a 2-second notice. Oh my
Man,
god.
my eyes jumped out like fucking Jim Carrey from the mask.
I know
Holy
Ganja
shit.
was just like, whoa. No, man. But anyway, man, Voss water is delicious. I like me some Voss, man. Thanks.
Voss
Jesus
is delicious.
Christ, we're talking about water here.
Also, that Italian water, you know, the one that looks like the sparkling water one, but it's not. Man, that one's delicious too.
Or Evian. Have you ever had Evian?
Evian's pretty good too.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, Dasani's good too. I think Allie talks shit about Dasani.
Nah, Dasani sucks.
Oh, see, that's the thing.
You
Don't talk
people
shit
are
about Dasani. That's
insane,
delicious.
okay? We're talking about water here.
Have you ever had
It
Nescafé?
tastes different.
Oh my
And you
god.
can drink- and the
You
thing
can
is-
just-
Taste the chemicals.
No, and that's the thing too. Is like the
most
taste
of
is
the time
so
it's
different.
fluoride or the other shit they add in there.
You being
people
a
are
scientist,
crazy.
you should be able to know why.
Yeah,
we're
I
talking
do know.
about
That's what I'm telling you the fucking differences.
But Alan,
It's water at the end of the goddamn day. It's
Dude,
only
this is
slight.
a multi-billion-dollar industry. If you can't see the
I
difference,
don't give a fuck.
Oh no, Alan!
You
I'm
can't
trying to
see the
make you
difference
look
with
good.
water.
God damn
It's
it!
still water,
you're fucking
though. The
yourself
differences that
up.
you're tasting are slight differences in chemicals.
Can't
And, sorry,
you
slight
see
differences
the
in
difference
fluoride
with
and
water?
other stuff they're adding in there. No, you're not leaving. You're staying here.
See
Alan,
the
the
difference.
bird's like, man, fuck, you're wrong as fuck. I'm getting behind his ass.
No, because I don't agree with this shit. I taste water. That's why you give me shitty shit.
I know the bird's like, man, he's been giving me fucking Arrowhead water.
Stop
for the goddamn-
I'm trying to get that brand of Fiji water. You give me this sink shit from Canada.
Yeah, it's fucking great because it's regular water.
And it's free with your cheap ass.
Oh man,
Just because I don't want to spend fucking hundreds of dollars on water.
My own son Max saying Anthony Greer, and that is very true actually, because I don't like anime. I'm over here looking. Yeah, Eddie saying y'all motherfuckers rippy. Yeah, Austin. I know. Jessie was saying she's gonna kidnap fucking Alan. We're doing it. You gotta
yeah,
go,
during
dude.
the school year when I have exams.
Yeah.
Remember,
well,
they
you're gonna
care
fail
about-
them probably. You don't even know the difference of fucking water. So.
Remember, Alan, they care about people.
You're the
from
one that's sitting
South.
there going, "Oh, there's such a massive difference between water." Just look at the fluoride count, smartass.
But there's way more than just the fluoride count.
Yo,
Dumbass.
hold on. I'm glad I was trying to make that Mexican joke earlier because he's talking about going on the cruise to Mexico with me. If we go to Mexico, he's drinking that Mexican water and he's gonna shit himself for the next 5
Yeah.
days.
Oh, he's gonna.
And
and-
I'm
that.
gonna show you the difference in water quality, sir.
I'm gonna fucking bring water from Canada. Fuck that.
Yeah, try to do that shit through the airport. Where they'll
I
tell you to
will.
drink water. They
But the
won't.
Arabs, so they're
He's Adam
probably
gonna
shooting.
give himself massive
I'll figure
dehydration.
something
My God,
out.
Alan, you can't bring fucking drinks on the goddamn plane, sir.
They can't stop me. I mean, legally they can, but I'll find a way.
You'll just get like, I don't even know, man. Poor Alan. Poor Alan. Poor Alan. If you just knew the difference of waters, you can drink the best stuff. You'll be so much happier. Your anger will be down. Your blood pressure will be fucking perfect. I'm trying to help
It's
you.
all
I'm a
brand,
doctor.
man.
All I know is this motherfucker is caught trying to smuggle water. Allie, I'm gonna need you to do me and the game show because this motherfucker gonna be gone.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Yeah, I'd probably be in Guantanamo Bay.
Alan would just try to start doing like Alan impersonations and stuff like, "Oh, I hate that. I hate that too."
I don't think Allie yells nearly enough. Be my
Every
bird.
time he gets in an argument, your voice just goes up 5 octaves higher. Every
Yeah.
time.
Hey,
you
but
get
I
in an
don't
argument.
sound like a child.
I
Do
do
you though?
almost sometimes, but it's okay though. It's cute. It's very, very cute. You know, I
Don't
would
we have a
pick you up.
show?
Yeah, I guess we will. All right, guys, we're gonna be starting this soon. So, with that said, we're gonna be quiet right now. I'm so sorry about that, but we will be back in a second. Peace, but just for a little bit. Oh, almost put on the wrong show, folks, but we are back yet again. What is up, people? And I forgot to do. Oh no, the pre-show is gone because it's not the pre-show no more. What's up, Ganja Guru?
What's up, baby?
Oh yes, hey man. I'm very, very happy that you and I and Allie have, as a team, decided that there is a difference in water. And in our pre-show, Alan did not think so.
Hey,
because
my thing of the whole thing of it being water is you guys are talking about all this crazy
Hey,
bullshit.
Alan, that was in the pre-show. Leave in the past, baby, so they got a reason to come watch us.
yeah, no, he's like, no, I'm not gonna have Nick talk shit. And
I'm
get the
gonna
last
win
word.
this motherfucker.
No, because Nick always does this shit where he'll just tell the story and he'll add 80 extra details in like a week, so it's a different story.
That is true. Alan does not get a chance to tell his story, but you know what though? We don't want that because when that happens, then you look like less of a piece of shit that I've made with my own words. Allie, how you doing?
Yo, I'm doing fine. How are
That's
you?
great. I hope you have fun with your shitty headphones, apparently, because I don't know much
Hey,
about your headphones.
Hey.
What?
Those headphones are great.
And probably
Good
expensive as fuck because you.
They are expensive, but so much better than Beats.
Oh, okay.
That's a low fucking bar.
Yeah, and you spent a shit ton. Oh wait, no, actually,
Well, they're
someone
one
gave
of
you
the best. They are one of the best. Like for sound.
All
Very
right.
crystal
Well,
clear.
that's the thing, though. You spend too much money on it, where it's like for me, I'd rather get good, okay headphones and then just not spend like a whole.
Hey
car payment
man,
on
you
it.
know you get what you pay for. I've had Bose earbuds for over 2 years now, and they still work.
Yeah, but
Like,
watch when your
they're really
dog breaks that
durable
shit,
and
you'd be
really
like, "Hurry,
good quality."
motherfucker!" Like,
Nah, that doesn't happen because I put them back in my case, and I
Yeah.
take good care of my stuff.
okay, and I don't. That's why I always go through this. But one thing I will say though, yeah, and I remember this too. She got this fucking TV that she was like, remember when we used to do the
4K?
SoundCloud show, and she would talk about this TV all the time, the 4K, whatever the fuck TV, and her
Yes.
dog just ran up against that shit because another dog on the fucking commercial or something, and yeah, you freaked out like crazy over that. So hopefully it doesn't
We had
happen
to
again.
move the TV back so far, so she
Yeah.
wouldn't do that anymore.
Jesus Christ, but anyway,
Yeah.
so
She hasn't done it anymore since then, though, so we're good.
Allie don't know how to build a trench with a moat.
yeah,
Nah,
but
there's just holes and it's just electricity coming out of the fucking TV because of the claw marks.
wires all over the dog's mouth and shit. But
That's so
I'm looking
sad.
over here in the chat. By the way, has a get Birdman laid thing? Has that happened yet for you? Has that worked out?
It's been like 2 days and I haven't left the house in 4.
Okay, well I'm just saying maybe it got you like nice and fucking like, hey, I'm what do you call that? I don't know, inspired.
Did
There
you
you
forget my name?
go. No, I forgot what the word I was gonna say, but inspired. I found it, and I'm like, I was wondering if that hashtag got you inspired to go get laid. That's all.
No, I haven't even left the house.
Yeah, like no, I haven't. I haven't seen pussy in years. But
Back in my day, we called it coochie.
But no, I'm actually stalling right now because I'm gonna bring up something that God's going to be doing and plugging and whatnot right now. But here's the thing, though. Before we do that plug, and it's finally up, so now I don't have to stall anymore. Tonight, we're doing community questions that you guys asked us, and obviously when we do these community questions, we want you guys to come on and answer them yourself, and tell us why you asked that ridiculous-ass question, because most of them are ridiculous, and they piss off
How many of them are by Jet?
No, and by the way, she has a good one tonight.
That means yes, and that means more than one.
No, she
I'm
has a good
tired, I'm
one
tired
tonight.
of this favoritism. One day I'm just gonna be like, fuck it, and I'm not answering shit.
I'm sorry, we had to end. That's the whole point, because that's the thing, people. Even in the Amino, we tell you, no matter what personal, if you ask something about our balls or ass crack, anything, no matter what question you ask, we have to answer. Even if it's a lame answer, we have to respond to your question. So you can ask us anything on the Amino. And speaking of the Amino, actually, I think we'll just change things up a little bit. Alan, why don't you tell about the Amino page, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, speaking of the Amino, we'll respond to your questions. We won't. No, kidding. We will answer them all. But basically, check out the Amino. If you've already answered questions, you already got there. If not, on our Facebook page, there's an embedded link to the Amino. We're posting all sorts of stuff for upcoming shows, upcoming, Midnight Chat Attacks, upcoming Untitled Video Game Show, upcoming everything. There's also a 24-hour chat for people to yell at my opinions and to send food pics to piss Nick off. And I don't think I missed anything this time.
You did not miss anything this time. You didn't even have to ask me. But here's the thing, though. I do have to ask somebody else about what they're going to be doing on Friday. Because on Friday at 7:30 CST, well, actually, Mr. Ganja Guru, why don't you tell them about it?
Well, guys, you come out to that time that Nick described to the Facebook page. Type in the Midnight Chat Attack in the search bar. You come and check us out at the Untitled Video Game, where I mentioned a joke earlier that I'm going to try to get Ali to be a co-host on one day. But with that said, we like to play video games, conversate, even to fuck around with some community questions, sometimes on our own when we're talking to the chat. So make sure to come by and hang out with us every Saturday, goddammit, every Friday. It's not 7:30 CST time, baby. It confuses me because that's our old time. So make sure to check us out on that Facebook page, the Untitled Video Game Show.
Oh, and then why are you yapping up your fucking guns and everything, too? People, when you guys come into the call later on, there's going to be some rules you're going to have to follow. Mr. Ganja Guru will tell you about those rules right fucking now.
Like rule number 1, newcomers join the call first. Well, about those new, fresh smelling faces, those people we haven't seen in a while. So hit us up in the DMs, PMs, or smoke signals. Anyways, you can get in contact with us so we can bring you onto the show. Rule number 2, do not talk
Shut
over
your
each
face,
other.
Grandma.
Or just make some rare references that I don't know that are probably from the wrestling show that we shouldn't talk about because it's not his time. So do not talk over each other.
Fuck you, bitch. You're talking
Do
about the
not
wrestling
talk
show.
over each other's shit, and do not plug other shows while we are debating because it just ruins audio quality for later viewing. Rule number 3, please no nudity. This is the staple of squeaky clean internet, and we are squeaky clean boys and gals. So don't get us kicked off YouTube. Keep the genitalia inside the pants. Rule number 4, do not give anyone else the link. We have a planned show, believe it or not. So center conversation topics or just group discussions. We're going to have people on. Don't hand out the link because you're gone, and so is the dumbass that clicked it. Rule number 5, read the rules, and Alley Girl, bring it to me.
Don't be a mean person.
God
Don't be a
damn
man
it.
person when your mom's in the room. But when your mom's not in the room, don't be a fucking dick, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
You son of a bitch. Now, here's the thing, though, man. Speaking of people being a dick, the internet is a dick right now, man. Why are people just so gun-ho on hating Venom? Why? I mean, is
I
it
don't
really
know.
that bad?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but this trailer, I think, is better than the last trailer. There are some parts of it that just boggle my mind of how dumb it is. But honestly, this seems like a much this trailer is so weirdly cut. It feels like a different movie than the last trailer we saw.
And
It feels like
probably is.
they
probably did
redid the whole
reshoots.
movie.
Yeah, do you feel maybe they did reshoots because people were complaining about it? Do you think?
No, it feels like a new movie. Okay, because when we watched the first one, and it was basically like a bunch of his reporting stuff, and then there's the big car chase of the stuff there, and it made it feel like the whole movie's going to build up to the climax. But this feels like it's going to be 2 parts. It's going to be the first half of him being the reporter discovering this shit, and then there's going to be almost half to a third of the movie of him being Venom. It feels like a new movie, but I think what it is I feel like they got a different person to cut this trailer, and I said, okay, we're going to show some more stuff. Now, is everything in here good? It's kind of wishy-washy, but honestly, I'm more excited for this than I was for the last trailer, honestly. This seems like it's going to be a disaster, but this seems like at least it'll be fun.
Yeah, and oh man, I hate that you have to say the word disaster in there somewhere, because for me it's like, and I'll ask everybody else right now too, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say something that everyone else will disagree with. I can tell Allie disagrees with me, but I will say, like, looking at this trailer, I still feel like that whole thing about Venom being at the very, very end of the movie. Yeah, I think that most of the stuff that we just saw in this trailer, the new one that came out, You can still fit that into just a third of the movie at the very end. There's way too much shit that you're gonna have to explain with the symbiote and fucking all the other shit that's going on. Even this new character Riot, apparently, I thought it was gonna be Carnage. Apparently he's Riot. Do you guys know who Riot is, by the way? From
honestly, no, but like a lot of it seems like what's going on is they're gonna have Predator. The new Predator movie has the same plot of, well, we got this one thing, but then we have this other thing that we made, and now these two things have to fight in probably one of the weirdest. Okay, so when you guys saw the photo of the incomprehensible mess, the actual trailer shows it a little bit better, but it looks like, I don't even know how to describe it, man. It's like, it's just bad. It's just bad and hard to see, but it doesn't seem like that's the whole movie. It just seems like one really bad shot.
Oh, this one right here?
Yeah, the weird thing where everything's exploding. I'm like, that does look bad, but that doesn't look like the whole movie. Like, honestly, I'm one of those people, I can forgive bad CG if there's a movie around it that's good, and honestly, the rest of the other stuff I saw kind of looks cool. You know, Venom talking, I love Venom's voice. 100%, I think Venom's voice is dope.
It's some wannabe Freddy Krueger shit. It's like,
that's what I like that shit because it's very slow and methodical, but then the joke at the end, I'm like, yeah, I'll turn this shit into a fucking like scary movie bit. Like, what do you guys want?
Nah, man, you're forgetting the point. It's Ren and Stimpy.
Dude, that gets more real so much in this trailer, more than anything else.
Allie, you have been known to talk shit about Venom before. I remember you not liking the very first teaser in the trailer. But what do you think about this?
I don't like it at all.
Really?
Damn.
It's made me like it even less.
Well, I mean, even the action and all the crazy like upgrade
No,
shit.
like I don't like the way that Venom is moving, like his animations when he's like, it's just way too cartoony compared to like real life. Like it just looks way too CGI, and I guess you could get away with that if like the movements and all were a little bit more, I don't know, natural, but it just looks really odd, and just like I'm not feeling it. Like this looks like it's about to be some Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2 like type of quality right here.
The thing is,
yeah.
One thing I will understand, or will bring up that I feel like I understand, I actually have an authority of even discussing on, but it's the editing that I hate with this trailer. You don't show full scenes in trailers. That's obvious. That's something that's been
man, we've seen that rule broken like 100 times, man.
No, but
Man,
even so,
Terminator trailers.
no, but even like that. Okay, well, to Terminator, they will spoil shit, and that's stupid too, but at least it's edited to a certain point where it's like it's selling. This, I feel, was like, I mean, the trailer's 3 minutes, 14 seconds. Most trailers are 2 minutes and 50, 2 minutes and 30, 2 minutes and 20, never past the 3 minute area. To the point where only B movies do that sometimes, or fan-made trailers. So, right there, I was like, is this even real? And then I noticed it was trending, I'm like, okay, I guess it's real. And I'm watching it, and you see full-on paragraphs of dialogue, like huge narratives of Venom talking, and it's like, okay, when it sounds creepy like that, one thing to accentuate the positive and to hide the negative is to have him say just a couple words, like Freddy Krueger. Where Freddy Krueger, there's so many movies, you have a ton of quotes, but when you really watch each movie in singles, you realize Freddy only says like 5 words, like, sure, I'm gonna split you in two, and that's it. Venom's like talking like fucking Negan, like, you are nothing but a turd in the wind.
Yeah, no, that joke at the end ruins everything they built up.
Like, what the fuck is that?
That fucking thing at the end ruins everything they built up, but all the other stuff when he's talking, I'm like, this is cool. But one thing that I don't really get is how much, like, this movie's really confusing. It does have a lot to explain, but I do like what I'm seeing. It does feel like it's going to be more of a weird kind of like somebody took over my body, because it's like, it's hard to tell how much control Eddie Brock has. It seems like he has zero control. Like, he's just, but it's not like in a sense where, like, when you look at the old show, or that's the best example because that's the most time you ever see him. Like, in the old show, it felt like they were like the symbiote was giving him the power, but Eddie Brock was wanting to do all this shit because he's kind of an asshole. So this just made him worse. But with this movie, it feels like he's just along for the ride. Like his body's just there, but he has zero control because so much stuff happens that he just is there. It's like, yeah, he's just punching and killing all these people while I sit here and watch.
Yeah, and to the point where it's like even the anti-hero aspect of it is almost like, well, you're not really trying to save people and being a badass, or saying I don't want to save people and are still a badass. It's the suit, which is like, okay, if this goes bad, you're just gonna make another Venom movie and just the slime is the character, but it's just slime. So it's like, why do I have to know that you're a scientist? Why do I have to know you're doing reports on this shit? Why do I have to know any of these characters? Because it's just the slime. Like, fuck you. It's really silly to me. But Ganja, I actually equate you and Trey, our ringside hangout friend. you guys love your fucking Spider-Man stuff. So I'm gonna have you be the last word on this, man. Like, what do you feel about Venom?
Me personally, I thought the trailer was actually kind of hype. Like you guys said, it does have a B movie vibe, but that's kind of what I'm expecting out of it from what I heard with the. This is kind of where I am with the Han Solo movie. One, it's not. It's something that's being done within the Spider-Man universe from a character we haven't really seen a lot of. He's only been in one movie. So I'm giving this a lot more leeway because of it. It's not like Han Solo has been like 2 trilogies and it's just getting a real capture on a major character that's been done over and over again, and they're just trying to capture off of that. So this is just more of them trying to get more a little bit of the Spider universe right. And I'm hoping this was something what Max brought up inside the chat as well, is it's going to be a big fight between the symbiotes. And one of the rumors I heard, and Alan is probably disagreeing with this, is they're going to apparently color correct this in the last final trailer, and that final boss dude that you see that's all shitty CGI and looks like a giant mess of ink. Apparently, he's going to be color corrected to be red, and it's going to end up being Carnage.
That's some fucking bullshit.
I don't know if that's going to be the case. If that's the case, then you got it goes further to Nick's point. Like, you guys just gave us a shitload of the trailer and the movie. Like, this is not what you do. Like, you're supposed to give us someone at least a 2-minute tease, give us the hype of the characters, a little bit of Tom Hardy, so Adrian can get a little moist before she goes to the movie theater and watches it again. And this is just one of those things where I feel like it's the advertising company getting ahead of the product and showing a lot more than what we really need. But honestly, I'm like a matinee to a full price. Like, go see it. Like, I might just check it out when it first comes out, or I might just go see it like 2 days afterwards.
Yeah, and looking at this too, we're talking about Adrian getting wet and everything, watching shit. Yeah, you've seen Tom Hardy with his tongue out over here. But the thing is like, you see this and how fake that shit looks. You know what it reminds me of? Honestly, it reminds me of
Jurassic World.
Fuck you. No, it reminds me of Resident Evil 2, the liquor. Well, this is actually part 1, but that tongue looks so CGI and so fake. And you're talking about color coding. Well, there's Carnage from Resident Evil. Like, yeah, what is that bad? Is that a bad reference, Mr. Allen?
No, I mean, it's fine. That looks are accepted like Carnage, but I see the tongue comparison. But to me, it's like, whatever. I'm probably the most forgiving when it comes to CG, because I'm like, he looks kind of cool and he sounds kind of cool. I mean, I'm more likely to see this than I was the last trailer, so I'm with Ganj. I'll see this and maybe it'll be good. But I'll say this, like, if Sony fucks this up, they're done. They're never gonna do it. They're gonna give up. But they've been canceling fucking Sony projects. They've been canceling Spider-Man offshoots like for weeks now. There's supposed to be a Black Cat and Silver Sable move. They're canceling that. They're canceling Spider-Man projects left and right. So honestly, man, what?
Bitches be delicious.
Chat. He says, "Bitches be delicious."
Just trying to explain something. These two fucking chuckleheads just start laughing.
Don't worry.
The chat, dude.
Don't worry. I promise. I was paying attention the whole time, right, Alan?
I don't believe you.
No, I was paying attention. No, I was paying attention. It's just Gary says shit. I'm just like hearing his voice and just like, "Bitches be delicious." Oh, that's great. But yeah, no, and I'm looking over here in the chat too. Max Looney Tunes, he's saying the Carnage symbiote was born from the Venom symbiote because symbiotes reproduce asexuality. Wait, what?
What?
Okay, so basically, symbiotes in nature, they are basically various forms of bacteria, and a lot of them can reproduce asexually, which basically means they can just split off and form another symbiote. That's actually a lot of how they reproduce. Go onto a host, get a bunch of energy, and split into 2. That's something that's very common. In the comics, they do like to change around origin stories a lot, and Carnage was an offshoot of Venom. Like, that is what's there. But I've always known that they also genetically modified him like crazy. That's why he's red and insane, because he is different. But it's like, yeah, this symbiote stuff happens a lot in the comics.
Yeah, no, that's actually really odd. But yeah, man, and then Jazz over here saying she usually likes monsters, but Venom is just not doing it for her. Now Bigfoot, on the other hand, yeah. And by the way, too, I don't know if you guys are Double Toasted fans out there. The whole Bigfoot erotica thing, I want to see that turned into a fucking movie.
No, you don't.
First of all, if that was anatomically correct, Bigfoot would lose that shit just walking through a thorn bush.
I would love to see like a character that's like Bigfoot in one of these fucking Marvel movies. Like, I would like to see just a big brute just fucking going through shit. Not this weird like Sandman from Spider-Man 2. What? What's the fuck so funny? What, like, is that not Bane?
John, it's because everything you described was very pornographic.
No,
what are we talking about?
I'm saying it sexually. Like, I'm talking about like I wish I had a brute character. Like this whole thing with the slime and shit. What the fuck is so funny? Like, no,
man.
All I'm saying is like, Yeah,
Alan, he just wants a brute character with some slime, all right, man?
He just wants a big strong man to hold him at night.
Okay. Oh, don't even talk with you getting lifted off your fucking feet into another man's arms, bitch.
Yeah, you jealous?
No, but like that's the thing though. Like, and I'm sure you guys agree. Like, Alan, I'm sure you agree. Like, you know, and now I can't say it because Connor's gonna fucking laugh. But
yeah, you want a big, strong, brooding man to destroy shit? What if he was green?
No, but exactly. But here's the thing: with Avengers: Infinity War, that motherfucker's too scared to come out. Which apparently, you know what? I was gonna bring this up as a topic. Like,
oh yeah, I heard about that shit.
Yeah, apparently. And who's the director of Avengers: Infinity War again?
Russo brothers.
Yeah, Russo brothers. Dude, you're not gonna believe this shit, Ganja. They literally said, even despite the fucking quote in the movie where he actually says the dialogue, they said, "Hey, Hulk's actually not scared of Thanos. He just didn't want to fight." When the character, he literally says he's scared to fight Thanos. When Bruce what's his name? Banner. What's his name?
Okay, so Banner. No, I know what you're saying. Banner's like, "What, are you scared?" And he goes, "No." Basically, I think they want to say instead of him being afraid, it's bruised honor. Like he's a gladiator. It's like he's not afraid. Like, oh god, I'm hiding the corner. It's more of like, yeah, I lost and my fucking honor's so wounded. I don't even want to fight him again.
No, that's
probably more
bullshit. No, that's a
no, that's still BS.
fucking...
But like, I get what he's getting at.
Yeah, I guess I get in that sense when you're trying to like take out the semantics or even put them in. But it's like, dude, that's frustrating because that fucking character is so obviously scared to the point where even Doctor Strange and Tony Stark call him out during that first fight in New York or whatever. They're like, "Hey, dude, like, what the fuck? Come out!" Like, you know what I mean? Even 90s would say this. Our old host would literally say like, "Yeah, he has erectile dysfunction." You know what I mean? Like, and he's just like, "Come out!" He's like, "I'm sorry, he's scared." Blah blah blah. Like the whole thing, and it's very very like emphasize the fact that he's scared. So
it's
now
not
you're
your
gonna
fault.
change
It's
that
just
up.
cold in here.
Say what?
It's not your fault. It's just cold in here. You know,
Yeah,
it's the first time.
It's like George Costanza in Seinfeld, like, "I was in the pool."
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's fucking annoying. So it's like this whole thing with Hulk saying like, "Oh yeah, well, you know, he's not really scared," and we're gonna see him actually do shit in the second one probably. It's like it's too little, too late at this point. I don't like the Hulk. I officially do not like the Hulk because they fucked him up.
Oh, you'll love him in a week. You always go like this. Hey, Hulk's still my favorite Marvel character in general. So if they bring it back and make him awesome in Infinity War.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the chat. We can laugh at the chat.
Has it been 20 minutes yet? I'm pretty sure I gave my notice a while ago.
So she was upset that Thanos had bigger dick energy.
What is... Man, I'm not asking the question. Let's just keep going.
We'll move on, I guess. Wait, and then Gary says, so you're basically saying Venom is just a horny motherfucker. No.
I said let's move on, Nick.
I'm sorry, I love these, man.
Fuck you.
People, it's all God's fault that we're not doing more chat stuff. Moving on.
If it ends in dick, avoid it.
Okay.
If it starts with Jet, avoid it.
No dick or jet for this show. Anyways, Valve. Now, you guys leave your Valve. You guys are always fucking watching or playing games on Steam because you guys are fucking noobs. Can't get a goddamn console, ganja, you know. You can play with your fucking friends, but no, it'll just stay on Steam and play RTSs. But, speaking of RTSs, Dota 2, and we talked about this a long time ago, too, because they came with a trailer, I think, during like an E3 from last year. But Artifact is this new game. It's a trading card game, but it's based off of the RTS of Dota 2. And Dota 2 being free, I've actually always wondered, have you ever played Dota 2? Because that shit's fucking amazing. Like, have you ever given that a shot at all, Ganj?
No, Dota and those kind of old school RTSs I have a real hard time getting into because I feel like they're more based around the old school RPG element. And a lot of that is just more on like how many numbers and hit points these items give me. And I like more of the story aspect where you kind of create a kind of a universe as your character interacts with it. Mm-hmm. And I've only seen that really from a handful of titles. I'm going to mention Dragon Age and Mass Effect, even though I agree with Alan on some of the decisions that they slip on it. But they're the closest you get to a true RPG in the setting. But when it comes to these old school ones, I'm not interested at all.
Yeah, and this sucks, man, because I really had a good time with this. I'm not a big RTS guy. And you, Mr. Allen, I know you like some free games every now and then, man. Did you ever play Dota 2?
Nah, I played League, and I had such a bad experience with it, I never played it again. And also, I don't even know anything about Dota 2, but I fucking hate online card games. I think they're fucking garbage, all of them, man. They're either so slow or boring, or they don't let you do things in real life to speed the game up, so it's, again, slow and boring. And it's like, half of these are always free, but like, every single aspect of it is paid for, so it's like, it is like going in real life and buying the booster packs. But honestly, I'd rather play this shit like in real life. It's way more fun and it's less BS than a lot of the online stuff. And
Well,
honestly, like, I couldn't care less.
I understand where you're coming from, but I will say, like, me buying all these like video games that are basically board games, like Monopoly, shit like that.
Sure.
I'm telling you, dude, that the world of board games is going. In card games too. I really cannot see this surviving. Like, there was a time where you couldn't go on the internet and get like really nice graphic games that you can play multiplayer online and stuff. Like, that's why, like, back in the day, even in 2002 when the internet was around, we still had Duel Masters and Yu-Gi-Oh, and that shit would continue to gain big, and even trading card games. At this point, though, I don't see those ever lasting. So you can build character-based trading card games. Or, I mean that's how I feel. But I mean, do you feel any different about that, Alan?
I don't know. I look at Magic the Gathering, something that I actually play, and go, yeah, it's not going to have the mainstream people will never talk about Magic the Gathering on the show, but they're still super popular. There's still a lot of tournaments all the fucking time, and people play that shit all over the place, but it's just very niche, like a lot of this stuff is. Yeah, this is just going to be like not Hearts of Iron, Heroes of the Storm or some shit. And it's like, yeah, it's going to be popular, people that like it, but honestly, to me, it's like, I played a lot of these, and they're all the same. They're very slow, and I hate how slow they are.
And you want to convert any other game into a trading card game? Like, that's something that you think that's not... Yeah, I'm surprised you're saying this, man.
I'd rather this be a physical. Like, for me, there are very few things I would rather in physical form, honestly, because I'm for me digital all the way, just because of space and storage and just a lot of times with deals. Card games are the one thing I don't think will ever, like, board games to a certain degree are there, because I mean we play Game of Life and Monopoly and Uno, but honestly, physical card games I think will never be able to transcend their physical medium. There'll always be trading cards there because it's much more fun to actually be able to do your own fucking rules. Like, a lot of times, like one of the things is there's different phases in Magic the Gathering, and half the time you could skip them. There is no rule that says you have to go through every single phase. If you want to be, you don't have to draw ever. You don't. You just have to make sure you have a bunch of cards in your hand. But there's a lot of times where you don't have to draw, or you can forget to draw if you're an idiot. But you'll never be able to get away with that shit in an online card game because it forces you to go through the set rules, and it just gets really monotonous.
No, I guess you're right. And Ganja, I mean, would you ever convert any kind of RTS game? Like, I mean, if this was a Hearts of Iron type thing, like, would you be into it, or Civilization or something like that?
Jesus Christ, that would be forever of a game.
Well, I mean, they have Risk, and Risk is basically the same thing, right? I mean...
to a certain extent, but it has a lot of more minor things going along, so the game goes by a lot faster and it's a little bit more fast-paced. But when it comes to a lot of these games, especially RTSs, they're built around, like, half the game is just building up until, like, you throw all your army out there and see how best they last and how well your custom and your designs, your strategy worked out. And with card games, it's very hard to do something like that. And, like, card games, they've really got, like, I kind of agree with the sentiment earlier, like, they've gone the way of the dinosaur. They really kind of disappeared. I really don't see kids playing with those. It's either Xbox or, you know, handhelds like the Switch, or even I see kids play the PSP still. So it's one of those things that, like, the fact that they're trying to bring these card games digital, it might have a second life because of that, but it's one of the things, like Alan said, sometimes the lure of these things is the physical aspect. Like, if I brought an actual physical copy of a board game, Fallout, to, like, anytime we were hanging out and we played for like 3 or 4 hours, we would have more fun actually having the pieces, having, like, stuff manipulating and messing with the cards, because it has more stuff to interact. Unless we're playing, like, something like, there's a game called VR Tabletop Simulator for Steam, and that's the closest I got digitally of having a card game and just playing, like, Monopoly, Risk, you know, Life, and a bunch of these games on, you know, let's say an online platform for video games. And I think it was one of the greatest times I had of playing with him in the 90s. But the thing is, the biggest lure was you are playing your VR headset, and unless you have a VR headset, a lot of that lure is lost of it because you're not actually interacting with these items.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like I said, I agree with you guys in a sense, too, but for me, I just can't help but let my fandom of Dota 2 kind of get into this, and I do love card games. I do like Heroes of the Storm, too. I do think that maybe that's something weird to be streaming. I know that became a really big thing for Battle.net, of like, hey, like, people are streaming Heroes of the Storm. I'm like, why?
People like the game. There's a lot of strategy to it.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, but... Because they just said in the chat, like, it's Cards Against Humanity's game. Not Jet, Dijon. But that's the thing. Cards Against Humanity is not really a it's a card game, yes, because you play with cards and you have people yell out stuff, but it's more of the sense of, we're talking about stuff that requires strategy, like Uno, Risk, 21 Pickup, you know, War, those kind of games that require a little bit more to it.
He has half a deck and he just throws on the ground and picks it.
It's 52, and honestly, even then you fucked the number up. What the?
I just fucked up on the number, and I'm mad about that.
No, but I get you talking about.
I think he means blackjack when he said 21.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's amazing. But no, like I see what you mean too, and I see what Dejan's talking about. Like, yeah, well, they're for adults now, so it's like it's different. But for me, like something like Cards Against Humanity is where the personality takes place. It's almost like some of those games, like yeah, you're saying, yeah. So, somebody probably thought those movies really racist.
That's how
Hey, that just happens to work out.
those games where you allow people to be themselves, boy, you find out they have some fucking weird belief systems.
Yeah, exactly. So it is what it is, and I actually don't like Cards Against Humanity because I see how inhumane the people that are playing it are. So it's like I don't really give a fuck about.
Man, you know how bad it gets with fucking Quiplash.
Well, no, but that's different because it's a small joke thing, and it's like we had to work within what they give us. But we'll have something where we play Cards Against Humanity and people pick the cards, and it's like, wow, so you thought that was funny, huh? Like, I don't know. It's weird, and then everyone trying to outdo each other. Like, it's not even for laughs anymore. It's like, how much more fucked up can I get? I don't know, man. I don't like that shit at all. But the thing is, though, that shit's popular for streams and everything too. And you know, hopefully this will be. If this comes out, actually it does come out in November. I might get this, and if you guys want to play with me, that'd be cool. You know, if anybody in the chat ends up having this, I would love to play with them. But yeah, it should be cool as shit. So moving on with this stuff. I'm upset about this fucking thing, and Alan's probably gonna tell me that I'm overreacting, but man,
Motherfucker, the whole chat's gonna tell you you're overreacting.
I'm sorry if I'm overreacting, but me being a huge Terminator fan, I really hate the fact that both Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber are in the fucking movie apparently, because I'm gonna show this
Miley
picture.
Cyrus and Josh Brolin with the girl from the Transformers 5.
No, I highly disagree.
I legit thought that was Miley Cyrus when I first saw it.
I just want to point out,
sir.
I just want to point out, I'm not just adding on to the hate, Nick, but I have to point this out. We've been doing this for 2-3 years now, the Midnight Chat Attack. Thank you guys for watching us for the whole time, and we support all your viewership. But this is like number 2 with the Terminator movies. They are getting so desperate, they are just making these as fast as they fucking can.
Okay,
That's fast. Last
dude,
one came out
stop
like 2
talking
years ago.
shit. Yeah, what's the difference between that and fucking Marvel, sir?
Marvel has its
Marvel's
plans.
successful.
Wait, what was that?
Marvel has this plan, sir.
I
successful.
doubt that shit. It's not that.
Marvel's
plan.
successful. No matter what you say, Nick, the movies are successful.
Until how long? DC was successful. Dark Knight, the best movie of all time.
Yeah,
and then,
DC
what,
was
took 2 years
successful
for that
for
shit to go
one
down?
movie franchise.
No, that's the thing. That's the problem about people getting into fucking like trends and shit and being like, okay, well, this one thing's amazing because it takes just 2 years for something to fall. And I'm telling you, Marvel's about to hit that shit. And what are you gonna do then?
They've been going strong for 19 movies. Don't worry, next time they'll get them.
Well, how long is DC going? They still haven't beat DC's record of a strain of years of
Yeah, they
doing good.
have. What are you talking about? They beat it 100 times over. What are you talking about?
No, not at all. like,
Yeah, they have.
okay, well, you know, that's neither here or there. Because the thing is, you know, when it comes to Terminator, and I will say, like, that's neither here or there, too, with my opinion of this being good or not, whatever, too, because it's always successful, not just domestically, but, like, globally, you know, because that's the thing, too. People will say, like, oh, something failed domestically, and that, you know, for us, is considered a complete failure, but it's like, well, then why did they make a bunch of sequels? Because it was a success, you fucking
China!
idiots.
Oh, I honestly never count the domestic. At this point, I'm always of the opinion that the domestic doesn't matter because most of the money, if not all the money, comes from international box office.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, domestic is cool and all, but like all your money, and it's like I was checking through a lot of the Terminator stuff. They do make money, but like I think a lot of it is great opening weekends, great first 3 weeks, but then people are like, well, let's go away. And I think honestly, a lot of it is the fact that these movies barely come out. Terminator movies don't come out nearly as often as any other franchise movies. From the horror movie franchises I'm suffering through to a lot of the Alien movies, they never make these. The last Terminator, like Genesis, came out. I think it was like what 2016.
Yeah.
Like 2015. That's been 3 years. That's a long. People have forgotten about Genesis. So this is probably going to do that. But Genesis got critically panned. People hated the fucking movie.
Yeah, well, they did hate the movie, but at the same time, I do think that that movie did well overseas because people were not really. I mean, it's all about the action overseas, and it's all about like what they're gonna, you know, like what special effects they're gonna bring. It's almost like Pacific Rim 2. I think Pacific Rim did amazing. You know what I mean? What? What? Because I said Rim.
No, I was gonna say it was just like Jurassic Park: Lost World.
He's right.
Yeah, actually, you motherfucker. Is that really gonna be my joke now? It's like that everything's Jurassic World.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
I did not say it that often, you motherfuckers.
You literally said it over the course of the entire 3-hour show.
Yeah, well, because everything had dinosaurs. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, but like, oh, even okay, fuck you, Jurassic World. There's a reason why they're making another one, folks.
Yeah, because it's an IP and they can still squeeze some stuff out of there before it dies, like Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant was one movie. They're making another one right now, you idiot.
Yeah, are they though? Because the guy that they wanted to do are you sure? Because the last news story was, well, we don't know if we're making another Alien movie. Maybe Neil Blomkamp is doing something. Oh wait, no, he's doing RoboCop. Is James Cameron directing this fucking movie? Who's making this fucking movie?
I'm not gonna answer all that because I'm not gonna lose my point. I'm gonna try to change the subject before you find out what the fuck you're looking for. Okay, so stop looking at the fucking internet and pay attention to the fucking show. Anyways,
I can do both. I got like 3 tabs open.
Yeah, but you're not good for multitasking.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, neither is the Terminator franchise. They can't task acting a plot in CG.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
It is what it is. But here's the thing. Casting is important. Casting is very, very important because Sarah Connor was one of those characters that, I mean, not just a character, but an actress who devoted her entire body to Terminator 2. She was a completely different person. It's almost like, I was like, damn, did they recast her? When you go back and watch it, they're just so different. What happened?
He looks like Josh Brolin from Sicario. That's my joke.
That was unfortunate. But, and I guess I could see your point too, actually. Now I'm looking at it again. But, like, I'm pulling it up on screen again. And it's like, for one, if you guys know what you're doing with this franchise, you would put Sarah Connor right in the middle, in the forefront. Who the fuck is in the middle? Who is this person?
That is the hooker from 2049.
Is it? For
100%. I looked it up because it looked familiar to me.
Okay.
That and I think
I looked it up because I like hookers from movies.
No, because I looked at her. I'm like, that looks like a discount Miley Cyrus. Who the hell is that? Oh wait, she looks kind of familiar when they actually have normal like photos of her. And then it's like, oh wait, that's the woman from 2049, the hooker that he sleeps with or looks at her. That movie's weird.
And as I saw this too, I thought it was a man. I actually, when I first saw this, I'm not trying to talk shit or anything, but I was like, oh shit, it's a man. Who is this person gonna be? And I'm like, you know what? It'd be so bad if they found another way to either bring Kyle Reese or John Connor back and say, you know what? I guess you guys didn't expect this shit. We're changing the gender. Even Alan was like, yeah, it's Jen Connor. So,
Joanne Connor.
Yeah, Joanne Connor. And that would have been unfortunate.
Terminator. They've done stupider shit.
Yeah, and it's like, and I'm looking at this too. I'm like, okay, what? So like the little girl is probably Sarah Connor present, and then the one on the right is Sarah Connor past. And
that would be dope. That would be fucking dope if they had 3 Sarah Connors from different time periods. I'd fucking be down for that shit.
Yeah, maybe Sarah Connor found a way to make her own Sarah Connor robot. You know?
Wait, hold on, that just confused me because Sarah Connor on my left, she looks
What's her
Hispanic.
race? I don't want to fuck it up, but yeah.
She looks Hispanic as fuck.
That's the thing, and
no, alternate universes, man. You don't know how it is. She could have had alternate universe. She lived in Puerto Rico or wherever.
No,
man.
that's the thing. In part 2, they're literally in the Mexican area. They try to cross the border, and she has family and people out there, and they're they're a bunch of Mexicans. So I'm like, does she sleep with one of the guys, and some of that Latino love gets in there? Like, I don't know. But no, man, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with this. They all do not belong to be in the same photo. When I look at this, I'm like, okay, so are they filming a music video? Like maybe Justin Bieber's making a new single and that's gonna be used for Terminator, and Selena Gomez is gonna join in. She's gonna pretend that she's a fucking robot. Like, I don't know what's happening. This shit's fucking weird.
G-Dot has a point. Is this a prequel, a sequel, or a reboot? Because I heard this is supposed to be a sequel to 2.
No, every movie is literally a reboot and a sequel. Because that's the thing. Every movie is like redoing the one before it.
Okay, but my thing is like, I honestly, as far as I'm concerned, her story ended at 2. As far as I'm concerned, Sarah Connor's story ended at 2. 3, I don't hate it as much as everyone else does, but like that was the end of the trilogy, as far as I'm concerned. And then Salvation was, well, let's try to finish this fucking movie, and oh god, what a mess. And then Genesis, wow, what a blender fire that is. But as far as I'm concerned, her story's been over for a long time. So the fact that they're bringing her back, it's like, for what?
Yeah. I don't know what to think about this. But Allie, this is a very female empowerment-filled movie. Do you give a fuck about Terminator or Sarah Connor or Linda Hamilton?
No, because the second one was awesome. Let's just leave it at that.
See, I disagree. I feel like...
You don't like the second one?
No, I love the second one, but it's like, that story is so good. You can make 15 movies. Like, why haven't they made a movie every 2 years?
We don't need it. This looks terrible.
I will agree with that, but I
don't think this is gonna be good. They're gonna botch another Terminator sequel. They might as well just stop making. Is Schwarzenegger isn't even in this one?
Yeah, and apparently he's gonna be in here as human Arnold
but everyone's
and robot
older.
Arnold.
It's not gonna work.
No.
No.
you.
Hold on, did you just say he was gonna be human?
Yeah, as far as I know, they're gonna go through. They're gonna try to take from the book from S.M. Sterling.
This is based off a book?
I'm pretty sure that's why I've read in like a bunch of news outlets where James Cameron read this book from S.M. Sterling, and it's called T2, and I forgot the like subnames or whatever, but there's 3 books, and they continue on the story from T2, Terminator 2, and basically what happens is Sarah continues to live this life of paranoia, and then she and it's kind of funny because it kind of goes to this picture where she does have a kid. Or she finds her old self, where the fuck, it's like, hey, I'm teaching you, like, I'm Sarah from the future, like, you need to, like, stop fucking dudes on the regular, blah, 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 and you need to, like, quit your fucking job, get some guns, get ready, because you're about to fucking die. And then while this happens, there's this dude who looks like Arnold chasing her around, because he's a cop. He's a cop trying to save her. Like, dude, he read her story. Like,
God,
what the fuck is this?
Fucking mess.
Wait, how are you that? Wait, that's a great story. Because then she's
I don't know. That's not a great story. You want to compare movies? That's the Last Jedi of fucking Terminator movies. We'll have Sarah Connor from the past teach a young Sarah Connor, but let's do callbacks to all this other callback stuff. Why are we making him a cop? Well, in Terminator 2, a cop was chasing after him, so symbolism. It's a fucking. Let's just keep throwing everything to the wind and hope it fucking sticks.
Have you ever wondered why the Terminator looks like Arnold? Have you ever?
I don't give a fuck.
But that's the thing. You don't pay. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you don't pay attention, but I'm like, you just don't care. And it's like, but that's the thing.
It's not
when
important though.
Care,
like that's my thing.
Well, true, but it's like to explain because no one ever thinks about this stuff. They're just like, oh, well, they cast this guy, and that's why. It's like they put so much thought into this. There's a reason why that robot looks like Arnold, not just because he's perfect and like he's a big bad motherfucker. Because a robot can look like anybody, but they choose that because they know from their information in the future she's gonna fall in love with a guy who looks exactly like this, and we need to get her ass.
I don't know, man. I think they're trying to explain things away that there's no thought process. The reason why he was in T2, well, he was one of the biggest stars in the world, so yeah, we're gonna keep him in the Terminator franchise. But they're trying to put like, oh no, there's this deeper hidden meaning because everything is connected. It's like, I'm sorry, everything you're saying just sounds like a colossal mess. And it's like, well, maybe if we make this work, we can redo the other 2 movies because we have a decent enough amount of script. But honestly, this is starting to piss me off. Like, I think Max said in the chat, he stopped that too. I don't fucking blame him. Because it's the whole thing of, like, these movies they'll just keep making shit up and hope there's enough going on. Like, maybe, fuck, at this point, maybe Last Jedi was the wrong excuse. This reminds me a lot of fucking, of Alien Covenant. Where it's like, oh, this random guy that we had here, he actually created all the aliens, so everything connects. It's like, this is honestly so fucking terrible.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I disagree with that, but that's the thing. It's like, I like these things being explained. I like that there's a reason why it's linked to part 2. And if we're going to do the time machine stuff, there's a lot of situations where some nerd will sit there and be like, well, if there's a time machine, why don't you go back and try to prevent this? Why would you pick 1994 to come back to save Sarah Connor? It's like, there's reasons why. And this movie is going to explain all that shit. So you don't have any more questions to ask. It's going to fix all of its little plot holes.
Man, I'll bet you right goddamn now this movie doesn't answer a single goddamn question and makes it more confusing.
I highly doubt that's going to be the case. Because I will tell you, Terminator Genesis answered a ton of shit that I had questions about.
Did it?
Oh, hell yeah, it did. It answered so much. It answered as to why have they not cloned John Connor. They answered what happens after salvation if John Connor lives through this entire thing. Is he not going to be part of the resistance anymore? They even answered what if they know so much because they can tell what happened in the past and will change the future and shit. Why won't they use the information to destroy the Terminators? There's a reason why. After they destroy the Terminators, worse shit happens. That's why they don't destroy them in these movies. That's why they don't use the information to blow up their facilities, because once you do that, then there's no alpha to keep them in their fucking areas. Like, there's a lot of things that happen. What happens when a Terminator's injured in the past and then they had to hide? Well, Arnold doesn't sleep, so he built a fucking base underground for 40 years. Like,
answered questions it brought up. Like, I get that it might have had a plot where it answered a lot of the stuff, but like, I really more of the lens. I'm not saying that it didn't answer any questions. I'm saying it didn't answer any questions that were already questions of the franchise, because honestly, so much of it has already been explained. Like, this franchise doesn't really have any open-ended questions, except for the ones that it set up itself. Like, why the entire fucking sequence in the fucking lake where there's Arnold there with there. It's like, what happened with that? Questions the movie brings up, and it's like, it's fine for a movie to bring up questions, but like, this movie's trying to sit there and answer questions that nobody ever asked.
I've asked all of them. That's why I'm like,
no,
awesome.
That's one of those assumptions that you make because you're not a fan of the series. Like Nick is a huge fan, so he's probably asked like some questions within the movies. But like honestly, I'm with Allie. Like I'm not hyped for this at all, and I'm a little bit of a Terminator fan. Like me and you have just nerded out over the second one and the first one, and hell, even the battle scenes and like knowledge about the time travel and the crazy timeline. But like, it's just one of those things. Like I'm with Allie with this. It's a remake for I feel like the sake of a remake because it's a popular IP and they don't really have anything to do with it. And I feel like, especially if they're bringing Arnold back to play a human character and going back and retconning him, and then trying to do something from the past but bring Linda Hamill back. It feels like a mess to me. I'll watch it with you guys if we ever get a chance to check it out through legal and perfectly safe ways. But honestly, I'm not gonna go out my way to see it.
Yeah, and Dejan's like, tell us the answers, Nick. This is not making sense. Yeah, and I'm sorry because I don't want to spoil certain things because the book, I'm telling you, the books are so fucking amazing. Please find a way to pirate it, even like S.M. Sterling, the Terminator. Oh fuck yeah, Alan's like, no.
No, I'm not gonna sit there and do homework for a fucking movie.
No, it's just a good story. It's not even homework. But, I mean,
like, I don't know. Like, I get that to a certain degree, but like, I have a fucking hatred when it comes to lore books to explain the fucking movie series, and even with video games, I hate that shit.
Okay, I see your point. It's better than Resident Evil. Literally, man, I read the Resident Evil books. Have you read those?
I've heard about them.
Dude, they literally tell you the puzzles. Like, they literally have the puzzles in the book, and it's great. Supposed to be. It literally sounds like someone from IGN wrote it and told me what to do. Like,
yep.
Yeah.
I read the second one, and it just gives you greater detail, and it's fun.
Yeah, that shit pissed me off. Anyways, moving on to the community questions. Oh my goodness gracious, it's time to get our shit on, and Alan's gonna leave. But yeah, and by the way too, like if you guys ever want to nerd out with Terminator with me, man, message me on Facebook. I will fucking nerd out with you hard.
Yeah, you can nerd about the good ones, 1 and 2.
Besides Terminator and Alan put on that nice pink. Now I say pink, I'm colorblind. Orange.
Pink.
Shut up.
You've been fucking up this whole show.
I corrected myself as orange. But there's one thing I had to ask. Are you bringing someone in this call for this segment?
Oh, yeah, right. Penelope,
oh, yeah, I am supposed to bring somebody. Well, I don't know if he's going to come on. I said to message me. I didn't get no messages from anybody, but I will bring on one particular person. That is Eddie Hendricks.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Eddie.
I thought you were going to say Gary. I was like, no.
Well, no, because he didn't message me. I asked I asked Gary to send me a message, and he didn't. So I guess the hashtag Free Gary will still live throughout the day. But I went to Eddie's Facebook over here, and I sent him a message. Oh, look at Eddie's face.
Go to his dog, Allie. Who's cuter, his dog or your dog?
What kind of question is that?
I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah. Oh, that means she has doubts.
The answer is obvious. Her dog, because it's her dog.
Yeah. Why would she say anything different?
I think Eddie's dog is way cuter than Harley.
I will say I like Eddie's dog more too. The only reason why is because I fell in love with this Eskimo dog in Rockford, dude. I was with this fucking dog, and I fell in love with him, dude. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I want that fucking dog, Ganji. You better buy that fucking dog.
I'd only go with Eddie's dog. Sorry.
Wait, what happened?
Border Collie. So that's what Eddie has.
Oh, where?
It's not a Eskimo dog.
No, I know, but I didn't know he was a collie. I don't know what the fuck that name is. But like, I'm saying like the skin or whatever. What do you call it? The fur?
Fur.
Some shit. Yeah, he looks like an Eskimo. But that's why I like that dog more. Your dog, I'm sorry, but it's like
your dog scares the living shit out of me, honestly.
Aww.
This is
like Harley's dog looks dangerous.
Like the size of me that runs really fast.
Yeah, Harley looks like she'll bite the fuck out of me. Actually, I don't think she'd want to be my friend.
But she has like the most puppy dog eyes ever. Like
exactly.
She always looks like she got into something, like she.
That's easy because she's your personal pet.
But like, it's so cute. Although at the same time, I'm like, what does she do? But she's always like, whenever she's laying down and she looks up, she's always like looking around frantically, like I didn't do anything. Trust me, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, man. No, but
it's really cute.
I'm telling you, if I ever get a dog, I'm gonna Eskimo. God, I don't care how expensive it is. That fucking.
Wait, are you getting an Eskimo dog or an Eskimo?
Wait, no. Like
how about a husky?
No, well, I don't know what the fuck they call it, dude.
Like, they call huskies out.
Hey, I will say this: when I was there at the pet store, they said it's fucking like kind. It says Eskimo like dog, so maybe they didn't upgrade the shit. I just looked at.
No, it's just the way you said it. It's like y'all gonna get an Eskimo as a pet.
Yeah.
Man, fuck you. And by the way, too, I can't even take Allie or you and your fucking opinion seriously because you guys said, oh, herbivore, what kind of a dumb fuck would say herb instead of herb when you fucking morons don't realize that literally it's herbivore. Most of the world calls it herbivore. You fucking jackass.
Okay, there's two things that the MCA audience needs to know. One, there's 80 details to that, and second of all, Nick just said most of the world says herbivore, where Nick was arguing herbivore, so take that as you will.
No, but then I was like, well, it's vice versa because my family is fucking with me too. I'm around a bunch of fucking idiots, people. I'm sorry. It's impossible. Like, god damn it. By the way, you're allowed to say herbivore, okay? You're allowed to say it, and you're also allowed to say herbivore because there's two versions. Is that better, Alan?
You know, we never called you stupid or anything like that.
You
I might have laughed at you. I might have laughed at you,
and you can call me Ron 1,000 times over.
There's a difference between calling me wrong, calling you a dumb fuck. Like I say, you add extra detail to the story that never happened.
I didn't say you a dumb fuck. Call me a dumb ass.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, semantics.
You're the king of it.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, Captain.
Oh, Eddie, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Nice beanie, fucking James Hetfield from Metallica. Jesus Christ. Anyways.
Thanks.
Anybody get that reference?
No, because you like shitty music. So
I was gonna say B Rabbit from 8 Mile, but alright.
I'm pretty sure even the guy he referenced would go, what? Oh yeah, right.
No. Anyway, moving on, people. Alan, you gotta watch a couple of good music videos to get that reference. And I'll show you eventually. Saint Anger, Metallica. It's very, very good. San Quentin. Okay. Moving on.
That song sucks.
Well,
it's like the worst album.
What a great! I love the show.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, says a guy with a double toasted beanie. You fucking suck. Don't go to dtmerch.com. Don't buy no goddamn t-shirts. Like,
I get the call from Corey live. What the fuck are you saying?
What are you doing now?
I mean, go to DT Merch right now and buy everything.
I could say the fucking opposite.
I mean, get that toasty goodness on your body before I lose my paycheck.
Corey, want a paycheck? Anyways, moving on. Community questions, you motherfuckers. Cedric, my boy Cedric, Bob Blob in the chat. He says, if you had to change, I misspelled it. I'm sorry. If you had to change, what the fuck? Oh, you had the chance.
I can read it for you, Nick. If you had to change, oh god, this is terrible.
You dumb motherfucker. Yeah,
Who wrote this?
Exactly.
You had to change a saving of a stranger with a heavy risk. Okay, basically say if you want to save someone from a crime, but it might risk your ass.
Yeah, let me just try it again, Alan. You have to say I'm stupid first. Now you stupid.
I never said you're stupid.
If you had the chance of saving a complete stranger from a crime with a heavy risk of you being killed, would you take the risk, or would you take the risk? Damn, I misspelled the fuck out of this. Or would you walk away from the situation? I'm sorry, I did a lot of shit at once. Fuck you.
You were multitasking?
Yeah, exactly. I think I was still doing better than you. But
I don't know, man.
Okay,
read that community question.
All right. But yeah, man, if you had the chance of saving a complete stranger from a crime with the heavy risk of you being killed, would you take the risk or would you walk away from the situation? Alan, go ahead. You know all. Captain Smarty Pants. You do this shit. What do you?
Yeah, I would. I'm the kind of person. Even if there's like either no risk or there's risk of me being harmed, not even risk of me being killed. If I see if there's a crime going on and I can try to do something, like not necessarily jump in the way of a bullet or go into a gunfight, but like if I can stop something from happening, I'm gonna at least try whatever it fucking takes. Even if it's as simple as calling the cops, I'm going to try to do something. I can't walk away from a fucking if someone's in trouble, I can't walk away from it. It's just who I am. Like it might be dumb or stupid, but like someone's in trouble, I'm gonna try.
Okay, and that makes sense. And by the way, I'm gonna have a surprise for you guys right now. I got a message from a certain somebody. So the link has been given. The link has been given.
Yes, bitch.
Someone had to.
I've heard two horror movie franchises recently. I don't even yell at me for that.
Oh, and by the way, since you've been fucking with me all night, I'm sending Gary on your ass. I'm gonna let the leash go.
Jason
be like,
sucks. Jason franchise is a shitty series that has a single good movie in it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But I mean, it is.
You're right and you're wrong at the same time.
But
you're right and wrong.
No, but and I, you know what, I will say from personal experience, I will say that Alan is telling the truth in everything he said. Some people might say, "Oh, if you're gonna say that kind of thing, you're just being full of yourself and like, oh yeah, Mr. Hero." But Alan really is that guy. I mean, he almost got himself, dude. Honestly, dude, walking in Brooklyn at 1 o'clock in the morning to save Max. I don't know, man. You almost got your ass killed. Yeah, I almost walked
arrested.
in
I was worried about that on the way back or on the way there, where it's like, oh man, you're in front of a cop station. God damn it!
Exactly, man.
If you told me that from the start, it wouldn't have changed anything.
Holy shit! I feel something in the room. Oh
What's
my
up,
God.
bitch? Ah!
Oh
Oh yes, bitch! It's on now, bitches!
my. Oh damn! God, it's
Oh,
Bitchamania.
Oh, don't
I
get
feel
me,
like
bitch.
this is that.
It's
I feel
your
like
penis.
that scene in Terminator Genesis is pointing.
Oh
Oh,
yes!
shut the
Bird,
fuck up!
Right.
bird bitch himself! Ah!
Alan, let him tire himself out.
No!
Yes. Go fuck some birds tonight?
That's
You go on some bird porn? Cap.
He's muted. I'm sorry. I love
Fuck him! What the hell?
So we have the fucking Gary Eakins in the call, which you can actually hear. We'll unmute you for questions, but please don't lose your shit too much.
Yeah, we'll mute him when we ask him the question. But you know what? Before then, Eddie, if you had a chance
Yeah.
to save a stranger, man, and you knew that you'd probably run the risk of getting killed, man, would you do it?
I mean, it depends on the situation. It probably more so if it was a woman in trouble, because that would probably piss me off more than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it depends on whether or not they have a gun or not.
Yeah, like for me, I always see myself trying to do that Ethan Hawke thing from Training Day, where he's like, he gets out of a car, he's like, wait, there's a girl being raped in the alley, and comes in and beats up 2 guys. But I'd probably get my ass kicked and then get fucked afterwards, and then Gary would be behind me like, haha, got you, bitch, yeah! So I don't want to do that.
Wow, that escalated quickly. I will get my ass kicked, then it will be fucked.
Well, I don't know, they're already in the process of getting raped. One guy's gonna be like, well, man, what am I gonna do while you're fucking? I guess I'll go after Nick then.
You know what, man?
That's all
You know what?
fucking
We just
do.
beat his ass so easily. I'm just gonna take the ass.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of, you, just, how about you, gotcha, bitch?
I'm pretty much in the same alliance with Alan idea. Like, I kind of care about people to the extent that I would put myself at risk for a stranger. But it's one of those things, like, it's easier said than done. And when I have done it, it's always been in, like, dangerous sense. Like, I've had knives pulled out of me and bullshit like that.
Mhm.
And this was, like, I was, like, 8. And the thing is, like, it's always been, like, 'cause someone is always bullying on someone lesser than, and that's when I was tend in. But, like, if, for example, like, I remember when I had this one friend that would always like to pick fights for other people. And that type of person I would never step in for, because they're just they're causing their own misery. But someone that I see is just like Alan, you'll like this, because I had this little dude named Dakota who was getting picked on for being short, and I just stepped up to these bully kids, and they just came back and pulled a knife on me. And those are just one of those moments where you realize that you're the kind of person that's going to stand up for somebody.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I appreciate
That's some
that you're-
it shit.
No, I appreciate you're that type of person, and I actually, once again, I will say that I don't think that that's disingenuous. I think you actually do mean that, and that's how you would handle the situation. But Allie girl, you,
Yo.
Fuck them.
yeah, no, there's no way. I will say this. I know for sure she will not say that. But yeah, if you had the chance of saving a person and you could risk yourself getting killed, would you do it? Ooh, damn, she's thinking about it. What?
Yeah, like I'm putting my own life on the line. You know, I'm a person that I'm very fearful of dying. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen when I eventually do go. But yeah, that's one of my biggest fears is dying. So, but if it's someone I love, like, you know, like a close friend or a family member, then yes.
But stranger, like it's specifically.
I would
stranger.
do the best I could to help that person, you know, like, no doubt. But if it came to a point where my own life was on the line and I was putting other people at jeopardy or at risk, then, like, you know, it's all I could do. Like, but I would definitely help either way. But there's only a certain extent. Like, I'm sure that person wouldn't want me to die too.
See, and this is where I come in, where I'm like, I would not help a stranger.
I'll kick him in front of the car.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you're in the way
I'll
of
help.
me living my life and getting my shit done, go. I'm sorry, like you're gonna die anyways. So it looks like you're fucking you got in a situation where you know it's your fault in a way. It's like you shouldn't have been there. Maybe you should have stayed. Maybe if you get in a car wreck, probably stay at your house for a little bit longer. You know, take a longer shit, then go. You would have like avoided the big traffic jam. Like I don't know, but For me, I would not save a stranger. I'm sorry. I know people are gonna hate me for it, but I'm being completely honest. It's not that I'm a fucking pussy or anything, but it's like I do got people that depend on me, and I'm not gonna put everybody else that I love at risk to help somebody who I don't know, who most likely would not save me because he'd be like, "Ooh, that looks like it hurts." Like, yeah, it looks like it fucking hurts. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
Enjoy
but guess
the
what?
fire.
People,
Like,
heroes don't save people because they expect something in return. They do it because they have the ability to.
and I'm not.
You've
a
been
hero,
watching
I'm a villain.
Boku no Hero too much.
So
Yeah.
you binged it in like 2 days. So fuck you.
Hey, I'm trying to finish it for review. Stop spoiling.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
No, I'm trying to do it too. Hopefully, we'll be able to all talk about My Hero Academia too, and Nana. You guys need to fucking watch some goddamn Nana.
I'm
Na
good.
na 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 ran. Na 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 Baba ran. Baba ran. All right, that was
Anyway.
good.
Wow, what a way to kill the show. Jesus.
Oh
Hey,
no,
nobody-
that was beautiful. But you know what? The show is injured, not killed. Let's really kill it, Gary. What do you think, man? Would you save somebody if it would risk you dying, Gary? Man,
Did he book it?
Oh no! I'm
Oh,
here,
no.
bitches! Oh!
That's not
Oh
ganja.
no! Oh no, bitches! No! I'm not dead yet! Ah! Oh yes! I fucks the bitches! I slashed the head!
All right, where's my taser? I gotta get this guy.
Also-
I think that was just making it stronger.
and he's muted.
We're gonna try that again, Gary.
Oh shit! Looks like he's muted again. But here's the thing, though. I think he won't save him. I think Gary's probably killing him. But moving on.
Gary's probably the one committing the crime.
Exactly.
Somebody's gonna die, bitch.
Kirk's question.
Get Birdman
says-
lied.
Are single player games dying and get Birdman lead? Which man, that's hopeless there.
Get Birdman lied.
Oh fuck! God damn it! I was doing a lot of shit. My Mac was fucking up. Okay.
It's okay.
You know what? Alan can have this one. He's fucked up for 2 years spelling. Can't spell one fucking
Oh,
thing correct.
fuck you. How many of that shit was on the show? Zero.
By the
You
way,
just brought it up afterwards.
I'm just saying, at least I spelled the word right. I got the words wrong, but at least they're fucking correctly spelled.
Wow, I love how Nick's defense is like, yeah, I know I fucked up, but he did it way worse.
He did.
It's not that I'm at fault. I might be a little, but that guy fucked it up even more. Laugh at him. It's like, no, that's not how that works.
I'm just walking by. What I do?
Too much.
No, he
Bringing
brought
up
it up
shit
first.
that
I don't
happened
even
in
know,
private.
goddammit. But no, our single player games dying. In my opinion, yes, they are dying big time. The reason why they're dying is because of the fact that people get into trends of like, yeah, like let's all play together. Let's play this free game and then die after every fucking 10 seconds. Fortnite, and they do this situation where it's like, because something's popular, you'll play it, and then when it becomes unpopular, it's like, oh, fuck that thing, but let's jump onto the next thing that we're going to be talking shit about 2 years after that. Single-player games are dying, but I will, honestly, single-player games really need net neutrality to go, and the reason why they need that is because no one will ever play these single-player campaigns anymore because they just want to play these games online. But once they have to start paying for it, and once it becomes more, I guess, expensive, and they can't do this shit all fucking day, all their lives, they will be forced to have to go play something that actually has substance. And I feel like that will happen one day. Honestly, our first chance of this happening is net neutrality going. If that's not the case, I do think maybe it's going to take a console, or maybe just something really big from happening. Maybe GTA. Maybe GTA needs to like do what they did with San Andreas and literally care about one central character and tell such a good fucking story with so much shit to do in it that's your great single player gameplay. Resident Evil 2 could do this in January. But I don't know, man. Ganja, how about you? Do you feel like single player games are dying?
Personally, I feel like it's become a niche. Like, a lot of multiplayer games have become like more of the standard. Everyone plays multiplayer games. They either play something that's a Minecraft clone or something that's either Fortnite or a Call of Duty clone. It's kind of how the game market has come down to, and it's just difference in like, is it a new IP that's trying to present itself as something new while taking old aesthetics and giving it you something, or is it a constant remake or a repeat of another series? So honestly, it's just one of those things that I think it might come back later on as people demand more substance in their video games and they get tired of the multiplayer craze. Because with entertainment and stuff like that, it does go on trends, and that's kind of how it's always operated. But lately, with the way that people are so invested in a lot of multiplayer games, it's going to take a lot longer before it goes back to single player. You're probably going to see like niche markets like Rockstar, RPG games like BioWare. No, I can't even say Bethesda anymore because they're making a Fallout 76. But you'll see like smaller studios make more single player games, like kind of like the Paradox team that makes dedicated RCSs for people like me, but they're not a huge studio because they're not going to go out to make very big games for it.
Exactly. You, Eddie, you think single player games are dying?
No. I think it's just that as online gaming becomes more accessible and popular, I think you just see a lot more of those, especially because they're making a lot of money now. But I mean, AAA single player games are maybe becoming,
Obsolete.
less of a thing. But maybe you still got Sony, Bethesda with Doom Wolfenstein games, and the Rockstar that's making their open world games, as well as Capcom with Devil May Cry and Resident Evil. You got plenty of like AA developers and indie developers making shit tons of single player games too, as well as Nintendo. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's single player games are dying as much as it's just multiplayer games are becoming more popular.
Yeah, and you, Allie, you love your single player games. So I'm gonna assume that if you're still a gamer, then you would say no. But do you think single player games are dying?
No,
And why is that?
because like
because you don't want them to die.
I don't want it to die. No, because like there are people out there that don't want to play online with other players. There are people like that. I'm sort of one of those people. I do like playing like with my friends and all, but sometimes I just like to sit back, not have to worry about being online, and just play as the main character, going through a story, and I'm perfectly content with that. Like not everyone wants to get like cursed out by a 12-year-old.
Yeah, no shit. Or people screaming at my fucking headset and everything. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think the single player campaign thing will ever die. It's just way too. Don't really always want to play with other assholes.
Yeah, exactly. And
not saying everyone's like that, but
yeah, and I actually very much agree with that. But I will say it's like just looking at the big picture, because I like single player games as well. But it's just like looking at the big picture, I do get worried sometimes. But you, Alan, I'm gonna let this be this is the last opinion of this particular thing. What do you think, man?
I guess I agree a lot with Eddie. I honestly don't think single players are dying. I'm gonna go straight the opposite. I think multiplayer games are dying. Because we have because think about it like this. You got the big stink from Fortnite and PUBG, and before that was Overwatch. But that's like a handful of games. Call of Duty's still going to maintain its popularity. Same thing with Battlefield because those established IPs. But I'm seeing so much. There's 4 single player games coming out this year. We got Rise of Tomb Raider, Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed, and Red Dead. Now, Red Dead has a multiplayer component, but that's 4 this year alone. I'm not counting even indie games because the indie market is almost exclusively single player. But a lot of those games are doing that, especially last year, with a lot of the games being single player, is that's pushing more because the Ganja had a point. There's trends. But what are we looking at with multiplayers? We're looking at the multiplayer games that are popular are super popular, but like outside of a handful of games, there's not really as many as there was. I'd say when the 360 era, where every single game had a multiplayer component. Do you remember when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out and it was the most popular game ever? Everything was multiplayer. Every single thing was there. So if we had this question back when Modern Warfare 2 came out, I'd probably agree with you. I'd be like, yeah, I think they're dying because so many people are focused on multiplayer components. But nowadays, where multiplayer becomes so expensive to just continue, even a lot of what you said with people just not having the internet to do it, I think the big people like Overwatch, PUBG, and Fortnite, Call of Duty, Battlefield, that's 5. Those guys will keep going because they have an established fan base. But somebody that wants to do something new, it's going to get forgotten by the wayside in the quickness because there's so many other games to play, and so many of those games rely. Look at Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight. Those were popular for about a month and a half, but then people just got bored of it, and that's way more common. And people aren't going to sit there and be like, "Man, I'm making this game, and I expect people to play it for years, but people are going to play it for a month." Whereas a lot of single player games, people will keep constantly replaying, and I think that's coming back more in a resurgence. And I really think multiplayer games are becoming more niche.
Yeah, and I agree with that too, man. You talking about Dead by Daylight. Now that's free, by the way, people.
Yeah, it's free on PlayStation. Go get it.
Yeah, and it's just amazing too. It's like, wow, like you guys are. This game was actually expensive 3 months ago with DLC and all this shit. And now this is happening. Yeah, it pretty much tells you don't invest in video games, people. Just wait.
Not even that. The Nick's cynical as fuck. It's just when it comes to multiplayer only games, just be kind of careful with what you're getting into. But games with multiplayer components to them, video games in general, just there's enough out there for everybody.
I'm just saying, I might be cynical, but XCOM 2 was literally $60 2 months ago. It was free 1 month ago. People.
Yeah, and the game came out like 2 years ago.
No, XCOM 2.
XCOM 2 came out a while ago, dude.
It was a year ago, and it was. By the way, I'm not talking about when it's coming out. It was like expensive 2 months ago. Like 2 months is not a long time, and it was $60.
Yeah, the game came out in 2016, so that's been a long time. And even if the game was expensive, that's why I think PSN
it should go down
is
in
really.
price. That's the thing. They should go down in price instead of if it came out 2 years ago, then they should have it be $40 as opposed to $60.
It did go down in price, but a lot of things. What I like about PSN is they're no longer giving you the garbage games that've been out for who knows how long and or whatever. It's like you basically just said they gave you a $60 game for the price of your PlayStation Plus. That seems like a pretty good deal to me. And XCOM 2 is an amazing fucking game. Everybody had a great time with it. It made a fuck ton of money. So it's like this thing of the game is free, that means it must be bad. It's like no, not even in the slightest.
No, I'm not saying the game is bad. I'm just saying like it's fucked up that this industry will do that. It's to the point where it's like, if you really, really want a game that you know is going to be good, example, God of War. God of War is a $60 game. I'm not saying it's a bad game or anything, but it's like, if you don't care about being part of the trends, bro, and like, oh, I played that too, water cooler talk, just give it a few months. I guarantee you, in about 3 months, probably holiday season, God of War will be free. And it's like,
not really. It's a Sony exclusive, but I do get what you're getting at. But when it comes to a lot of video games, sometimes people want to buy day one, like with a lot of stuff, but then other people they'll wait too. Like, the industry works in both ways.
Yeah, and I'm just worried that like these games like God of War, I'm not actually feeling right now a whole lot, and I'm thinking like, man, I really hope that something doesn't happen where everybody feels that way of like, you know what, we were probably just too goddamn excited, and then that shit's free, and it's like, oh well, I mean, it's who gives a fuck now? I'm not even downloading it. And I hope that's not the case. But I'm gonna try one more time, Mr. Gary.
Boy,
Egan.
wipe my ass, boy. Wipe my ass. I told you, wipe my ass, boy. Wipe the ass. No, get down on your knees and wipe my ass, boy.
So that's how you feel about that. Moving on.
Lord. Anyway, get Birdman lied, everyone.
You can't say we don't let anyone onto the show, yo.
Yes, we can. We should say that.
Free the Gary, and that's free the Scary. So your last question.
I feel like Nick is just doing this to all the people that are like, free Gary.
Yeah, it's like, now you got his ass. But I meant to put Jet, and it says JT. I'm so sorry, Jet. But she asks, who is your favorite character from your
You're trying to trick me!
No, I just told you, bitch. Like,
I don't believe you.
No, but hey, man, I'm actually going to ask you this question first, because I think you might have a couple of answers for this. But
I got a lot of it.
Yeah,
it's Jet.
Jet asks once again, who is your favorite character from your most hated TV show? I'm going to turn off my phone. I don't even know where it's at, though. But go ahead, though, Mr. Birdman.
Motherfucker, trying to get me to answer more of Jet's goddamn fucking questions. Fine, I'll fucking secede and go James Gordon from Gotham. I fucking hate that goddamn show, but every time James Gordon's on screen, he seems to have a plot, he seems to have a story, he seems to have his shit together. When there's a fight scene, it's kind of cool. He genuinely has the most interesting plot points in a show that has 45 fucking plot points per goddamn episode. So yeah, I'm gonna go James Gordon from Gotham.
How about you, Allie?
Oh shoot, I'm trying to think.
Think of a garbage show.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of garbage shows that.
Oh, who's your favorite character in Riverdale?
Oh yeah, that's actually a pretty good question.
But I don't like any of the characters in Riverdale.
There's only one person.
It's all torture.
It pretty much is. I don't have one. Come back to me.
You Eddie, what's your favorite character from a show that you hate? Actually, I might have a guess if you want me to guess it.
Go ahead, because I don't really watch trash shows besides The Walking Dead, which I haven't watched in like 6 months anyway. So.
Well, it hasn't been on for 6 months, you jackass.
Exactly. That's why I watched.
No, but I will say Negan because it's literally your avatar, and you hate that show apparently.
Oh well, I don't really like Negan, but I was gonna say Rick just because I like to watch him lose his shit every other season.
Yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
But yeah, okay. So what was the answer that I should have said?
Rick. That's
okay. So that's it.
The character I picked. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I actually kind of hate Rick. I can't wait for him to be off that fucking show. But yeah, Ganja, how about you, sir?
Me personally, like, it's hard to decide because usually when something has a shitty product, most of the characters around it are kind of like either downgraded to the most like basic form of heroes or basic side characters. So honestly, when it comes to like the best like villain that I've seen in like a bad movie, it's I'm kind of like Ali. It's hard for me to think of one because like I think the closest I get, and even this is subjective, is I felt like Nemesis was a good villain in the Resident Evil 2. But me, you, Nick, and a few other people that I know that like Resident Evil, we talked about this, and it's like it's kind of divided among the fan base. Just more seems like movie going audience. So I guess if you're going by mainstream opinion, then I guess that would be my thing because I thought they actually did Nemesis well from the video game. And the stuff they did add to the lore actually helped for his character development and made it seem more grounded and realistic than just a monster created by a corporation to go hunt these specific characters down because you happen to play a specific character and have to have a reason for you to go run around these different environments. And I thought that was a cool aspect to his story. But, you know, that's one of those things like, is it really a bad movie, though?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like the movie probably is bad, but there's so many things in it. It's like if you like things in movies and characters and whatever, it's like Resident Evil 2 got me what I want. Like I'm honestly like I like that movie. You know,
if we were gonna stretch the term like bad guy, I would say Tommy was so.
No, that's true. And for me, I will say a show that I fucking hate, Luke Cage. Like literally my worst thing I've ever seen. Like, the only reason why I don't, because I always have like the top 10 things I hate, and it's like I don't put shows up there usually. You know, it's American Beauty, Handmaiden, blah blah. Luke Cage. If we were doing TV shows, Luke Cage would be like right in between American Beauty and fucking Handmaiden. Like I fucking despise Luke Cage, but Cottonmouth was great. Like he was so fucking awesome, and he almost saved the show, and they kill him halfway. I'm sorry for spoilers, but they kill him halfway through the fucking season. We didn't even get to see what he was gonna do. They didn't even finish telling his story. And it was so
if you think Luke Cage is one of the worst shows you've ever watched, you don't watch enough television and enough garbage television.
I'm sorry, man. I've seen Dawson's Creek, 90210, fucking Golden Girls. Fucking...
I've watched way worse. You want to watch a bunch of garbage? I could show you a new world.
Dude, I'll show you a world.
New world.
Garbage television that for some reason the young adults like.
No, Magic Simulation.
I've seen some bullshit, man. I'm telling you, Luke Cage was so, because the thing that's more frustrating about it is that anytime I like just took 2 steps forward of like, hey, that seems interesting, they do something so ridiculous of shooting a rocket launcher that he got with R1, R2, L1, R2, left down, right up, shoots a rocket launcher at a fucking old lady because, hey, let's blow up an old lady. And then while that happens, Luke Cage is flying in the air. Oh, sweet Christmas. Oh, that's fucking great. Like I
said, you haven't seen the worst. Go watch the show The Dome and call me and tell me what Luke Cage is worst.
Shit, I'm sorry. Golden Girls is fucking terrible. Holy shit, that's some fucking bad.
You're not a 60-year-old white woman, so.
Yeah,
I guess. But yeah, man.
I don't give a fuck. I said it.
No, but I mean, I don't know. It's just, but Cottonmouth was somebody that was like so interesting. I was like, dude, this is a character that could save this fucking show. And then they give you Diamondback and that one old lady. And I'm just like, you fucking morons. I fucking hate Luke Cage. Fucking hate that series. I hope that superhero fucking dies. Anyways, moving on.
The immortal man that can't be killed. I hope he dies.
Moving right along.
Oh, man. We'll answer one last question. The reason why I'm going to ask this particular question is because it's from our boy, Mr. Eddie. This question is, what's the absolute dumbest thing you've seen a customer do or say while at work? I guess not even a... Oh, no. Yeah, a customer. Okay. My bad. I thought Fucked was gonna say worker instead of customer. My bad. But Allie, you're laughing over here. You got one for us?
So this just happened to me recently. All right. Okay. So I'm minding my own business. I'm out on the floor. This is at my new job, and a phone rings. And a manager comes out. She's doing something, or she was like first looking for something, and then she got distracted with a customer that came in, and so the phone rings. And I go and answer it, and the person's like, "Hi, I called a couple of minutes ago. I think I was like, something happened, or I got disconnected or whatever. But I'm trying to find out this information about like these headphones and blah 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 blah." And like, yeah, sure, sir. Let me go see when she was asking about the price and what comes in the box and all that. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. You mind if I put you on hold for 1 second while I go and get that information for you? And he says yes. So I put him on hold. I go, like, literally, we're talking about like just a minute. I go over to the headphones, write down the information, like the price, and then find out what's in the box and everything. I quickly go back to the phone, and I go to pick up the phone. I'm like, okay, sir, are you still there? And I'm like, hello. Okay, I guess, not there anymore. And then I hear the phone ring, like, the minute I pick up the phone, and I was like, wait, what the heck? Because I was still new to all of this stuff, so I was like, okay, did I do something wrong with the phone? And the manager was like, no, you put him on hold. He just hung up. And so I picked up the phone again, and he was like, because she was seeing that she was actually on the phone with the guy, and she was getting the information for him about the headphones, and he hung up. And so I pick up the phone. So he's called back now 3 times, and he's like, I'm very disappointed with Bose. Someone keeps hanging up on me. I don't know what, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. I put you on hold. Like, I had verified. I said, mind if I put you on hold? He said, yes. Okay, go ahead.
Stop putting him on hold.
I'm like, sir, I put you on hold. I have that information for you. I'm just like, are you serious?
I am so upset with this right now. How dare you?
I'm so disappointed with Bose. I keep hanging up. People keep hanging up on me. I'm like, dude, I just put you on hold for a minute. Like, what? She didn't even wait. Like, I mean, it was really less than a minute. Literally ran right to, like, close by where the headphones were. Just quickly wrote down the freaking price and went right back to the phone. It takes literally like 30 seconds to do. And the dude was just so impatient. He was like, no, I can't wait this long. Like, I'm freaking king of the freaking England or something. Like what the heck? I can't.
Yeah. Honestly, at that point, I would have just told the fucking dude off. But then again, like, that's why I don't work at a retail place, because I get fired in quickness.
Oh, man.
Mr. Gandra, I am surprised. I would be surprised if you have a story, because you, lucky motherfucker, get to work in the back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't dealt with customers since I worked in a library when I was 14.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any dumb stories from there?
Oh, man. Like, the thing is, like, when it comes to the library, I didn't really deal with anything. So, come back to me. I'm thinking.
Okay. Now, you, Mr. Alan Sheikh Zane.
Lord, I don't even know where to start, man. Like, I got dumbasses all the goddamn time. And the thing is, I always have to act very professional, even when people are doing dumb shit. But sometimes, like, my reflexes will just get the better of me, and I'll say something. At one point, so when you're tying your shoe, sometimes people, like, if there's a bench nearby, they'll put one foot on the bench and they'll get ready to tie their shoe. Guy comes into my store, bunch of shoe boxes there, like, with shoes in them and all that stuff. Puts his foot on the fucking stack of shoe boxes and starts tying his shoes. And I go, dude, seriously? He fucking looks at me and goes, what? I'm like, you're tying your shoes and putting them on the boxes. Could you please put it on a chair or something? He goes, oh shit, and then just leaves. I'm looking like, what the fuck just happened?
Wow.
Oh shit.
like shoe boxes, products. I have to sell these, and you're putting your foot on them. Like it blew my mind that someone fucking did that. It's only like, dude,
dude,
very calm.
He's like, oh shit, dog. See you later, buddy.
Oh my god.
He caught me casing the joint.
Yeah, you have to be very always, calm and impartial when you do this. But that just, like, I said the words before I even thought of. Like, it was just like, are you fucking... I'm surprised I didn't say, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And before you tell us something else, and before I get to Joe, I actually wanted to bring this up, and I don't know why I didn't ask this in the beginning, but Eddie even asked this question. But you, man, do you have a story?
Yeah, so I work at a grocery store, and I mostly push carts. Mm-hmm. So I live in an area where there's a lot of middle-aged motherfuckers who don't give a shit about anything or anyone except what they got to get and where they got to go next. So they're always in a hurry. Mm-hmm. And I watched a dude wheel his cart from the front of the store all the way to where he parked in the handicap section. I don't know why he parked in the handicap section, because there's nothing fucking wrong with him.
What the fuck?
But he that's not the dumb part, but he
oh god,
wheels it all the way to behind his truck. He gets inside of his truck, closes the truck door, and by this point I'm thinking, am I really gonna see what I'm about to see? Turns the truck on and he reverses, like, backs into his groceries. Just like fucking shopping cart full of groceries.
Is he serious?
He gets outside of his truck and he's like, "Oh, I wish he would have said something," but I don't know how I could have missed that fucking
Wait,
moment.
did he yell at you and
Serious?
you should have said something?
Yeah, he wheels his fucking groceries to behind his truck, and he gets in his truck, and he just backs into his groceries. It's like, oh fuck, I forgot to load up my groceries.
That guy clearly doesn't check his
Bought
fucking
groceries.
Let me not check my
All I
meters
could
in
do was
fucking
watch.
reverse.
And he should have been like,
I wish you recorded that.
I wish you hadn't told me.
That would have been a great.
I wish you were like, motherfucker, check your room, you better.
It's not like he could have waved him down. Clearly, he was looking behind him.
You
It's
know
not like
what,
he was looking
honestly-
behind him at any point.
Honestly, in Eddie's situation, I would just let him do it.
Yeah,
Even
no,
if I
really.
had the
Oh, yeah,
even if I had the opportunity to be like, "Hey, sir, you're stuck." Nah, he's asking for it.
I had to see if it was actually gonna happen or not. I wasn't believing what I was about to see.
You know what's funny is
But there's been other times.
Shit, I might have tried to at least go out there and stop, depending on how many people
Nah.
were going around.
You know, I like the
Nah.
idea though. Is like if Eddie did just run over there, tell him like, "Hey, sir, about to run over," the guy would be like, "You think I'm fucking stupid? I know my groceries are over there." Like,
Probably
True. Yeah, you don't want to risk that.
so that would, no matter what, it would have been a story. Something would have happened.
I ain't got nothing that's gonna top that, man.
Yeah, man. Well, here's the thing. Just to do it one last time. Hey, Gary.
Hey, Eddie, can you redo that story?
Yes.
Hey, man.
Instead of it be a guy in a trench coat, hey, you want to see a salami? We got a
Okay.
sign that says we are open for business.
So, free Gary.
No.
Y'all welcome. I feel like we rolled him out, like the dude from like the head of Electric from the what was it, Silence of the
No,
Lambs?
Silence of the Lambs. He was calm throughout that whole fucking movie.
Nah, this is the crazy version of that, man.
No, it's the fucking I don't even know. We want that fucking carnage here. Like, goddamn.
Oh, I love it.
A trench coat, but a big salami that says "open for business."
I don't.
That makes no fucking sense.
That had no context in the story whatsoever. He just forced it in there.
That's what she said.
Gary, the story did not consent to that.
So, what about the Chat Attack gaming show?
Baby, you want me to take over so I can do that?
Yeah, please.
All right, guys, make sure to check us out this Friday for the Untitled Video Game Show at 7:30 CST time on the Facebook page, where me, my co-host, and his little co-host, Alan, are confused.
Yeah, you're the host. You hear that?
She don't care. You got to upgrade Penelope, and somehow you're bigger than Alan now. But come check us out. We're going to be playing Rocket League with our best friend here, Eddie Hendricks, and we're going to try to get hopefully get Alan to do it. So make sure you guys see you there at 7:30 CST time on the Facebook page
I'm
at the
so
Untitled.
lightheaded. Holy shit.
Alan, let them know about that Amino page before I keep the fuck up.
Lord, if you're already checking out the fucking. Shut that goddamn hell up. If you're already checking out the. If you're already checking out the Facebook gaming show and not laughing your ass off, which we hope you do because we try to do a funny show, check out the Amino there. That's all sorts of upcoming information for upcoming shows, MCA, Ringside, Untitled Video Game Show. There's a 24-hour chat there. That's probably going to have a hell of a fucking time tonight. So be sure to check that out. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing I forgot, Mr. Laugher.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm good now. All serious. People. Shit. What's next?
We're done.
We're done. You know what? For the end, because it might be the last time.
No.
Gary, I'm just gonna leave it so you can scream with us, man. You're unmuted. Sign to get the fuck out of here, Gary or Ganja. 3, 2, 1. Attack!
Attack!
bitches!
Yes, bitches!
If you do a Halloween show, it needs to be on it.